Yeah, that does exactly what I was hoping it would. What's up, Agents? Zero here, and welcome back to another episode of the survival series. Now, I have some redstone that I want to do this episode. It's going to be a lot more complicated than the last episode where I was just simply doing a redstone line. That was it. But before I actually get started with that, I actually have some stuff I want to do with my anvil downstairs. I've got myself this Flame 1 bow, which I got this in between episodes from fishing, and I don't actually have flame on my bow right now. And I also have this Looting 2 Unbreaking 3 sword, which I did a little bit of enchanting off camera because I wanted to see if I could get looting. It's not looting 3, which I do believe is the max, but it's looting nonetheless. And plus, I don't have Unbreaking to begin with, so I'm going to be putting these together before I actually get started. I was planning on doing the sword enchanting on camera, but it just kind of happened that I got this sword from enchanting, so I decided, you know what, let's take it while I can. So it wants 17 levels to do that. What if I were to switch these around? It costs 9 levels. Okay, I will take that. And let's see what the bow wants. So if I do this, costs 13 levels. If I turn these around, it costs 16 levels. So it's cheaper by 3 levels, which I will take gladly. Alright, so then now I've got that taken care of. Let's go ahead and go to the spot where I'm actually going to be working with redstone today. Now, I don't necessarily know if I've done a tutorial on this in the history of my channel. I might have, I might not have. Then again, I am technically going to be using a version of this build that was actually designed by another YouTuber, FedEx Gaming, because I tried to see if I could come up with a good design for what I'm doing today, and for whatever reason I couldn't figure it out. But thankfully, this guy had a tutorial already set up, and if you guys couldn't tell, I actually set up a few slabs here and there so that I don't actually have to constantly jump over there. And then there's another hill over on that side. I have stairs up because they're close enough together where slabs just wouldn't cut it. So over here is actually where I'm going to end up working today. Because as you can tell, I've got a whole bunch of torches set up. I have myself a bed set up so that I don't have to constantly go back and forth between here and my house while I'm working in case it does turn nighttime. And then I do in fact have this chest right here with all the materials that I'm going to end up needing in order to do this. Now, I did have to do quite a bit of land clearing in order to have enough space to put this together. Not that it's a huge problem, but at least it's better than not having the space at all. So what I'm going to first do, and I don't know if you guys can tell what I'm doing. If you guys can't tell what I'm doing, that does make a lot of sense, but I'm actually going to be building an automatic tree farm. And I know some of you guys are probably wondering why I decided I wanted to do this. Well, the main reason is because I actually ended up wasting a lot of wood in between episodes because I'm a freaking idiot. So I decided I wanted to put this together to kind of help out with that. So I'm going to be doing this as high. I'm going to do it this high, and then I need to pull out my observers. I need to place an observer. If I'm not mistaken, I actually need to bring the observer backwards. Where's my... There it is. Okay, so if I go ahead and tear down these planks, and I am going to have to end up clearing a little bit extra. Actually, hold on, I've got an idea. If I go ahead and take out my pickaxe, and I go ahead and move these pistons back by maybe a couple blocks so that I don't have to worry about digging up these grass blocks. That should help me out a lot. So if I do 1, 2, and I'm going to do this the exact same way I did it last time. So 1, 2, 3, 4, and then I need to go to the back side. I need to place an observer down right here facing in this direction, just like that. And then the next thing I need to do, I actually need to get all the way back up there, because I have something extra that I need to put up there. 2, 3, 4, because I need to place a block up here, place a slab here, and then I need to place a slab out right there. And here's what this slab is going to end up doing. This is going to prevent trees from growing too tall. That's what that's going to end up doing. So then, now what I need to do, I need to get out my dispenser, and the dispenser is going to go right here. And something else I'm going to end up doing is I'm going to go ahead and, you know what, let's go ahead and get my Silk Touch shovel and break this. I'm going to have a lever that's going to be going right here. And I'm going to go ahead and put the lever, I'm going to put the lever here. And then what I'm going to end up doing is I'm going to go ahead and break down a few extra blocks. And I'm going to have the comparator out here. Actually, no, I'm going to put down... Hold on, how am I going to do this? I need to figure this out. I didn't plan this out thoroughly. Alright, so I think I figured out how I'm going to do this. So I'm going to go ahead and put down a piece of redstone dust. Actually, I need to pull the redstone out first. Redstone dust here. I'm assuming that should turn on. Yeah, just like that. And if I go ahead, pull out the comparator and put the comparator down here, set this like that. And I actually need to go ahead and break this out. Do this, and I just literally tried to jump and fly. I don't know why I decided to do that, but I can't actually do that because, well, I'm in survival mode, so I can't actually do that. I just noticed it's also getting dark too. I'm glad I decided to bring this bed along with me, because that's going to make it a whole heck of a lot easier. And even though last episode I technically asked you guys whether or not I should do 20 minutes or 30 minutes, but depending on how this episode goes, I may just go ahead and straight up do 30 minutes regardless. So if I do this, yeah, actually, if I do that, and if I put this redstone there, so what this is going to end up doing, if I flick this lever, it's going to rapidly turn on and off, and eventually I'm going to have bone meal down in there, but I don't have bone meal on me right now. So now I'm just going to do this, and I just realized I don't want... Did that cut off the redstone? No, it did not. Never mind. I was sworn it cut off the redstone because I thought I saw some red, lit up redstone, but apparently it might have been just some block update lag. So I've got that going, and what I now need to do, let me go ahead and pull out some extra materials. Let me put some of this stuff up. So I need to get out some blocks, and I need to put this there, and I need to put this there, and I need to get up there somehow and put redstone dust down on top of that block, if I can place it. There we go. So there we go. And so now I think actually pull my axe back out. So I need to pull out redstone once again. I don't even know if I have enough redstone to do this. I have a full stack of redstone, but I don't even know if that's going to be enough. So what I'm going to end up doing here is I'm going to go ahead and put down this here, redstone dust here, and here. And I do not want these pieces of redstone connecting down here, so let me go ahead and cover that up. There we go. Now here's what I'm going to do. I'm going to place down a block here. Actually, no, I'm going to put that... Let me put that here. I'm going to place down a repeater. Where are my repeaters? They're over here. So I need to clear out another inventory slot. Let's get our repeaters out here. Why do I have my pickaxe out? Probably because I was picking up the pistons. So now what I need to do is I need to go ahead, if I go ahead and do that, and then put redstone dust down just like this, that should do exactly what I want to, which means if I put something in front of this observer, yeah, that does exactly what I was hoping it would. Alright, good. Something I literally just realized that I need to actually do. Actually I have another idea. If I go ahead and put down repeater this way, let me set this to 4 ticks like this. Actually I don't need to do that. If I go ahead and hold on, I'm trying to think here. Yeah, this should work if I go ahead and put this to 4 ticks. Yeah, this should be fine. Okay, so the reason why I was debating on if this was going to end up working is because as soon as the observer detects an update, you guys already know what happens. It actually ends up sending out a redstone signal. The reason why I was debating on this, I actually need to fix this because this actually isn't going to work like I thought it would. So what I was actually initially thinking is that the wood was actually going to reach the observer when I realized that actually wasn't the case. I was trying to think of a way to get it so it doesn't pulse twice. That's what I was initially trying to do. And well, it's not actually going to happen. So now what I need to do is I need to put down some pistons along just like this. And I just realized that this is going to cause me some issues, so I need to redirect this redstone, which shouldn't be a huge problem of being able to do that. So I do believe if I just put a block up here and then a repeater right here and redirect the redstone like that, that should fix our problem. and it's not activating the rest of the pistons, which is what I want. So now I need to pull out my observer once again, and that's not what I want to do. Let's go ahead and take out this torch, and I need to place an observer facing in this direction. And so now I need to actually set up a few more pistons. So I'm going to place down blocks like this. So I need to set up pistons like this. And then another block up like this. Actually, I need to go a little bit further out in order for me to put down the rest of these pistons. There, that should work. Now, initially I was kind of second guessing myself whether or not I would have enough materials to do what I want, but looks like I should. Okay, so let me make sure I've got everything, so there we go. Now here's what I'm going to do. I'm going to place down blocks along the backs of these pistons and blocks along the back of these pistons. And then I need redstone dust along like this. And I need to put redstone dust along like this. Just like that. There we go. Now here's where things might get a little tricky. I'm not 100% sure if this is going to work necessarily 100% correctly, but I'm going to at least try. So I need to place a repeater up here. And then what I need to do is I need to run some redstone out the back. If I go ahead and put down a block like this with redstone dust on top of it, and then let me go ahead and put down a block right here. I need to place down a repeater here. I'm going to come to this side, place a repeater down here, set this to 4 ticks. And then I'm going to place blocks along just like this, with redstone dust along just like that. And that should, in theory, be the entire circuit all completely done. In theory. Now, the last step that I need to take is to test to make sure this is in fact how it's supposed to work. Actually, something I just realized that I am going to want to do that I didn't do is actually setting up a few chests and hoppers, because then this way I can have pretty much just about as much bone meal as I could possibly need inside of this. So if I go ahead and do this and do that, and then I'm going to do it a second time. Let's do it there, and then just here and there. And that should, in theory, be everything all completely done. Now the last step that I need to take is, let me go ahead and clear my inventory of the stuff that I don't need anymore. I thought I was going to end up using the slabs to get things to go upwards as far as redstone is concerned, because slabs can travel, can bring redstone upwards, but not downwards, and I thought I was going to end up needing that. Now, here's the last step that I need to take care of. And I literally just realized that I did not actually put this hopper away. Not that it makes too much of a difference, but at the same time I kind of want to make sure... Actually, hold on, I think something that should probably be done, it's not really necessary, but I'm going to take that redstone out, place a repeater there instead. That way I know for a fact it's going to be a full redstone signal. Now I'm going to go off and get a few items. I'm going to be right back. I'm going to be going home to get some saplings, and I'm also going to be going off to the skeleton farm to pick up all of the bone, well, not all the bone blocks, but to pick up bone blocks from a chest, because I decided instead of keeping the bone blocks in my house, I would keep them down in my skeleton farm where all the bone meal is in fact being, well, all the bones that are being produced. And I just had a lag spike. And something I do want to go ahead and show you guys real quick on my way over there is that first off, I did in fact go ahead and plant and grow a tree over here. And I've got my trapdoor right here. I decided to expand the hole all the way to the top. And one last thing that I did in between episodes is that this right here, I decided to put a redstone lamp there so that I can tell whether or not it's actually turned on or off. So I'm going to go ahead and grab these bone blocks, and I'm going to go back home. I'm going to grab some saplings, and I'll be right back. I'm going to make sure this all works at the very end of this video. Okay, so I'm filling this stuff up with bone meal. I've got this hopper filled up, well, almost completely full. I've got a stack of 32, which is technically half a stack in there. And then I went ahead and filled up the dispenser with bone meal. And I literally just realized, can I not access that from there? I literally just realized that this is actually somewhat linked up. No, it's actually linked up to the piston. I made a huge mistake. I'm an idiot. So I've got all the bone meal in there. So now it's time to test to make sure this is actually functioning the way it's supposed to. So if I go ahead and put down a sapling here, it's bone mealing. And there it worked just like I was hoping it would. Seems to be working exactly as I want it to. Alright, so the one thing I do want to go ahead and make sure is actually correct, and I'm going to go ahead and quickly break this piece of grass right here so I can at least get out. So if I go ahead and put down another sapling, so as soon as it reaches this point right here, which means 2 more saplings, it should move the logs out by 1. So here's the moment of truth. Is this actually going to work the way I want it to? And it actually did. So it is a success on this machine. So now I have the ability to make wood whenever I want, and it's actually works out quite perfectly. It's not even actually going up past the slab. Well, then again, can't say I'm surprised. It's the way it's supposed to work. Something I did not do was set up a system to collect saplings. I'm gonna have to do that manually somehow. I'm gonna have to figure that out. But you know what? That's gonna be done another time, and that's gonna have to do it for this video. Hopefully you guys have enjoyed. If you did, make sure to hit that like button. One more than make sure that subscribe button for future content. Also, you can follow me on Twitter at AgentCPU0 to stay updated. This has been Zeus. Thank you guys for watching, And with that, I will see you guys later.